Hello everybody and welcome back. I should probably close my door. It's not that I should. It's not that I should, but I don't know. Yeah, so we are playing through Tell Me Why. We should finish it within an hour or two, and then we're jumping into Amnesia to finish that as well. Machine for Pigs. And tomorrow we'll be starting with the third Elden Ring playthrough. I would probably be able to even start it. I would have been probably able to start today, but I have an exam tomorrow, so I definitely want to end it, within the 3-hour mark, probably. So let's jump right in. Now, before we continue, I think we can do a wee bit more reading. Finish up the book, I think. Literally just finish it. There's like 3 stories left. Okay, so let's just finish up with them, right? I read this one. The goblins tricked the muskrat. Once upon a time in a deep and ancient wood, there lived a muskrat. The muskrat was a lazy, cowardly creature who did little but to lay around in the sun, cleaning his beautiful coat until it shone. One day, the muskrat found the crafty goblins playing king in the mountain on his favorite rock. He was too cowardly to confront them directly, and so he retreated to a safe distance and then pitched a stone right at Hornet's nest hanging overhead. One of the goblins saw him do it, but before she could say anything, the hornet emerged furious and chased the goblins away, stinging them. With the rock empty, the muskrat claimed his spot. When the goblins returned, they asked the muskrat, Why did you do that?" "I don't know what you're talking about," he said, turning away to ignore them. The goblins knew that the muskrat cared for nothing but his coat, so they devised to steal it in order to teach him a lesson. As the muskrat lay in the sun, he spied the goblins strolling by. Their skin was covered in flecks of gold. "Goblins," he called the muskrat. "What happened to make your skin shine that way?" I have no idea what kind of voice I'm going for. I'm kind of going, it's gotta be some shady guy, kind of some back alley. But I can't, it doesn't come into my head, the voice, so whatever. We shine that way. "When we were attacked by the hornets, we ran and ran until we found the pool by the glacier. We dove in, and we came out this way." "Will you show me the pool? Will you show me the pool?" asked the muskrat. The crafty goblins led the muskrat to a pool. The muskrat looked at the pool skeptically. "It looks like a pool," he said. The goblins chuckled and shrugged. You don't have to jump in if you don't want to. But what do you lose if you try? If it works, why, you'll be the most beautiful creature in the whole of the forest." With visions of his splendid coat in mind, the muskrat jumped in. When he emerged, he was disappointed to find that nothing had changed. Said one goblin. "Maybe you have to be stung by the hornets first, just like us." The muskrat hesitated because again his tongue would be painful. Seeing his hesitation, the goblin added, "If it works, you'll be the most beautiful creature in the whole of the forest." The muskrat decided it was worth it, so he returned to the hornet's nest and pitched a stone right at it. Give me just 1 second. Okay. The hornets emerged, even more furious than this time. They chased the muskrat, stinging him repeatedly until he jumped into the magic pool. The muskrat responded to find out once again nothing had changed. "I wonder if the magic only works for us," said one of the goblins. "Would you like me to jump in with your coat?" The muskrat hesitated. If it works, you'll be the most beautiful creature in the whole... if it works, yeah. With visions of his splendid coat in mind, the muskrat agreed. He slipped it off and handed it to goblins. Without his coat, the muskrat was pale and covered in scabbing welts. Instead of jumping in the pool, one of the goblins ran away with the coat, laughing. The other pushed muskrat into the frigid pool, and as water splashed in the goblins, the gold flakes ran, revealing they had only ever been painted on. The muskrat cried so pitifully and made such a clamor that he awoke the Ice King, who came down to the forest to see what had happened. When the Ice King saw the muskrat, he laughed, only further infuriating the creature. "Tell me what happened," said the king. Both the muskrat and the goblins told their sides of the story, and the Ice King considered the case before him. "It is true that the muskrat is a vain, and he thinks of nothing but himself," concluded the Ice King, "but he needs something to keep him warm in the water and the snow." So the Ice King was decided. The muskrat would get his coat back, but it would be patchy and unkept. After that day, he became known as the mangy muskrat, and that is how the goblins tricked the muskrat into giving up his coat, and how he got his name. The moose teaches the goblins. Once upon a time in a deep and ancient forest, the crafty goblins were hungry. This wasn't unusual. The goblins were always hungry, but today they were particularly hungry. They opened the wise prince's cupboard to look for a snack, but all they had was a small pile of nuts and berries and just one strip of dried fish. The goblins grabbed it all and gobbled it up, but they were still hungry. They went out into the woods to look for more to eat. First, they dropped by the small pond. The big frog was asleep, and beside the pond was a pile of insects she had caught for eating after she woke up. The goblins crept up the pile, careful not to wake the big frog. As he got close, she rabbited loudly, and they froze. But the big frog kept sleeping, so they grabbed up the pile of insects and gobbled it up, but they were still hungry. As they crept back into the woods, they found the stalwart moose watching them. "Did you just steal the big frost food?" The goblins tried not to look guilty, but failed. She said we could have them," they cried. "Oh, really?" asked the moose. "Let's ask her." So the moose woke up the big frog and asked, "Do you say the goblins could have your food?" The big frog looked at the goblins, who she knew were always hungry, and nodded. "Yes, I did." "Really?" asked the moose, surprised. The frog nodded, and the moose sighed. All right then," he said, and he had to let the goblins go. Their next stop was the river. They watched as the old beaver swiped up a leaping salmon, catching it deftly in his large paws. He laid out upon a rock and left it to dry. Lumbering into the woods to seek out some berries, the crafty goblins kept up to the rock, carefully in case the old bear returned. They reached the rocks, grabbed the salmon, and gobbled it all up, but they were still hungry. As they crept back into the woods, the stalwart moose was once again waiting for them. "Are you going to tell me the old bear said you could have that?" "Yes," replied the goblins. Old bear ambushed at that moment, and moose asked him, "Did you leave that fish for the goblins?" Old bear looked at the goblins, who he knew were always hungry, and nodded. I did, he said. "Really?" asked the moose. Really, said the old bear. After the moose left, the old bear said to the goblins, "Be sure to tell the princess I was kind to you, and don't steal my fish again." So, obviously he's big simping for her. The goblins, still hungry, went out looking for one more meal. They kept up to the mangy muskrat lodge and began to climb inside when they were dragged right back out. The stalwart moose dangled them by the seats of their pants and said, "Now I know, mangy muskrat didn't tell you that you could eat his food, because he blames you for his coat being ruined. Besides, he barely has enough for himself and doesn't share with anyone." The goblins began to protest, but he shook his head. Set the goblins down and said, "Come with me." The goblins followed the stalwart moose to a part of the river where it ran slow, enough for them to walk into it safely. He gave them each fishing line and said, "I'm going to teach you to fish, so that when you're hungry, you don't need to steal from the animals in the forest. It will be hard work, but it will be honest." The crafty goblins were not against working hard, they were just hungry, and so they listened to moose, and soon pulled wiggling fish out of the river. They ate them up, and finally they were no longer hungry. And that is how the Stormont came to teach the crafty goblins to fish. Okay, and last one, which is about the Mad Hunter getting his hand back, which is interesting. Once upon a time in a deep and cold lake near the ancient forest, there lived an old seal, was a powerful witch. After angering the Ice King, she had been bound to the lake, allowed only to venture out when the moon was full. And on looking like a hag she truly was. For years she dreamt of vengeance, all alone within the deep lake among the corpses of her many previous victims. One night she awoke to see a black and hooded silhouette crawling through the beautiful gown of stone. The human had delved far deeper into the lake than any land dweller should have been able to go. His tenacity and ferociousness impressed the moon hag, and she decided he would be wasted to her statuary of corpses. She used her magic to expel him, allowing him to breathe under the water, but also binding him into her service. "You," she said, "will be the instrument of my release and my revenge, for you and I together will kill the Ice King." The moon hag had never heard of the Mad Hunter, and she did not know the power he wielded. She could only tell he was a hunter, and her lust for revenge blinded her to that threat he possessed. She gifted him her hand device, which he was not as nimble as a hand of flesh, but allowed him to serve her better than no hand at all. The Monarch spent years devising the perfect plan to kill the Ice King, and years removing all the pieces into place to execute it. In the meantime, the Mad Hunter served her, guarding her chest of treasures and plotting his own plots. Finally, everything was prepared. The full moon rose, and the Moonhag stepped on land, giddy at the thought she would never have to live again if it did not please her. She brought the Mad Hunter to his post, the jagged peak of ice and stone from which he would loose an arrow which would slay the Ice King. Before she could go, he put forward a proposal. "Moonhag," said the Mad Hunter, "if you grow back my missing hand, I will be certain to hit the Ice King with my arrow. We will have only one shot, and I would hate to miss. You're a powerful witch, so if you'll be able to craft ties to bind me to this place that I cannot break." The Monarch considering. "All right, I'll grow back your hand and then bind you here with ties that will not break." She cast a spell, and the Mad Hunter hand device was replaced with a hand of flesh. As the witch left to complete the next part of her plan, the Mad Hunter grinned wickedly in the moonlight. After a short time, the Moonhag returned, luring the Ice King to the Mad Hunter's line of sight. "What is this about, Moonhag?" asked the Ice King. Many a long year have you bound me to the lake," said the Moonhag. "Many a long year have I been alone in the dark. That ends tonight." She cast a powerful spell that made the Ice King slow to react, and then gave the signal. "Mad Hunter," she cried, "let your arrow fly." Nothing happened. She twitched nervously. "Mad Hunter," she growled, "let your arrow fly." Still nothing happened. The Ice King, meanwhile, was striding towards her, slow but furious. The Moonhag fled, running first to the jagged peak of ice where the stone of her servant should have waited. But the peak was empty. The ties had been broken, and the Mad Hunter was gone. For in the end, he was more powerful of the two, especially once he had two hands. When the Ice King finally caught the hag, his furious voice could be heard through the forest. "For your wickedness, you will be eternally bound to the lake. You will no longer be allowed to leave, not even under a full moon." The Moonhag was imprisoned to the lake, and she never again tried to escape. And this is how the Mad Hunter escaped the Moonhag, and how he got his hand back. Cool, and that is the last of the stories. So, story's done. Now that there's a million things here. Once upon a time, there was a young princess who felt hopeless.
Recognize this?
Yeah.
The Mad Hunter.
It's from the story where the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter.
It looks like it, but it's different, right? Can you check the book?
Oh gosh. Okay, goblins. Trick the Mad Hunter.
Well, here it is.
Oh, it's the same picture.
Why do you think she changed the picture?
I don't know.
It's a similar looking picture. Yeah.
Maybe it's a message. Like, the differences between the two mean something.
Yeah, I guess.
Something about Marianne, right? Since she's the princess?
Yeah. Why don't we try to find them all and then see if it makes any sense?
Well, the princess here is on. Well, the fake princess is under the water. There is no real princess.
Okay. Spot the differences.
The goblins are gone.
It moves. Oh. Some of these parts are buttons.
Jesus Christ. Right, okay, so I was just comparing the pictures. Now we don't have goblins here, which there should be here.
Huh. No goblins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the original, the goblins managed to save the princess from the Mad Hunter.
So we saved Marianne from something. But not in this version?
And there should be the fake
Mad
princess
Hunter
here.
Still has two hands here.
So this was either before the Gold Lady cut off his other one, or after he earned it back?
Which either makes it before most of the stories, or after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At some point when she was running away from whatever the hell the Mad Hunter meant to Marianne.
Yep. What can we talk
Figured
about?
anything out yet?
You're figuring it out.
Nah, still figuring it out.
Okay, so... Should I check the rest of stuff first, or should I... Like, I don't know what's important, right? But maybe I have to go through all of those, I don't know. Sit down. Okay, I feel like all of those may be puzzles. Yeah, I guess all of those might be puzzles that we have to go through, so... Yeah, so hopefully until we leave we can keep checking.
Okay.
So...
Spot the Well, here it is.
Right, goblins, fake princess...
Picture?
Also,
don't know.
second hand.
Maybe it's a message. Like, the differences between the two mean something.
Yeah.
Something about Marianne, right? Since she's the princess?
Yeah. Why don't we try to find them all and then see if it
Can
makes
I
any
dislike
sense?
that? I don't know.
Wait. The princess is running away from the Mad Hunter.
Who was sent by the Gold Lady, according to the story.
Oh, this
Do you
castle
think
there
the
is
Gold Lady could have been Marianne's mom? I mean, she always used to say she moved to the end of the world to get away from her family.
True, true.
Yeah, you're right. She ran away. Just like the princess is here.
Yeah. There's no castle.
Does his smile look different to you?
Does it? No. I clicked the... What? No. That was the same. I meant the castle.
Why do you think she added that castle in the background?
Because she's running
The
away
color
from
of
the castle.
flag. It could be her mother's castle. It looks like the princess is running away from it.
So, Marianne ran away from home. And she grew up kinda rich?
Potentially. Okay, anything else? Like up sky is the same. The young prince who felt hopeless. Star, I mean, I don't think that would be different. Smile looks identical, I think. That tree has nothing on it that's of interest. That lily is there. What is that thing? That lily is there. I mean, I think that's...
Figured anything out yet?
No, but
Nah, still figuring it out.
I guess the title is different then.
It's not the same title, so I guess that counts as a difference.
Oh, sure
That's
does. Okay.
Whoa.
What's in there?
I
Tyler,
don't know.
see that little light? I think we need to solve this one next.
Which one? Okay, but let's... Are we not gonna check this first? Feel like we gotta check that first. I don't know.
Pictures, letters.
Oh, it's like some medals?
Have you
What?
ever seen any of these?
All the pictures of Marianne I've ever seen were the ones hanging on the walls.
Oh, collectible?
The Gold Lady. That was
Oh.
definitely her mom.
Yeah,
So,
must be.
Did Marianne grow up kinda rich?
Maybe.
She must have.
Would have been nice to have some of that.
The Gold Lady is the wise princess's cruel mother, who sent the Mad Hunter to drive the girl back to the palace.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, poor thing.
Why would she keep an old drawing of a pet in here?
It was her pet in the castle. Well, the castle.
I can't believe she was a ballet dancer.
No, it's a ballet.
Man,
And a good one, too.
Winner,
that's so
second
not
place,
her.
first place. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess she was.
did you know she studied engineering?
No. But it looks like she changed her major to
Name.
visual arts.
Ronan.
I don't think she actually got it
There's no new
changed.
major.
The paper's not signed and it's all wrinkled. Like someone tried to throw it away.
Huh, okay. So I guess they didn't approve of her changing her thingy. Letter lost.
An artsy environmentalist. Yep, that sounds like Marianne's exact kind of catnip.
And some guy that could be the father. Like she was in love with him back in the day, but not anymore. And lastly, I think, when I can do that anymore, you deserve better than cliche bullshit like, it's not you, it's me, but the truth is, it's all just been too much to deal with, and I've realized I'm just not ready. Maybe if we could have dealt with all this on our own, without your mom constantly pulling pressure on us, things could have been different, but the damage is done, and it's probably too late for that now. So sorry, you're an amazing person, you made me a better man. I hate myself for doing this, but I feel like we both are better off apart. There I go with the cliches again. Please don't ever stop being who you are. Here, but not gone Brent. Okay. So, I don't know if it's a father.
Could this guy been any more cryptic?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, there's some guy that's like, they loved each other, but she had... Oh, I missed the other picture.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her that young.
I think that's her mom in the background.
I guess so. Although I don't know how can you be guessing that. I said I guess so, but yeah, I don't know if there's anything really to know about it.
Tyler, see that little light?
Which?
I
Oh, the
think
one
we
on
need to
top?
solve this one next.
Okay, if you say so.
There's the Gold Lady again.
Mm-hmm.
All over the board. There was a figure of her in that stash by the Mad Hunter painting, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe all of this is related to what we found in there.
What? Her cruel parents kept her locked away in their musty palace. Okay, so she was a princess that parents were keeping her locked. Is it what? I don't understand. Mother, and there's like a...
Figured anything out yet?
No, you guys keep asking me that.
Nah, still thinking.
So, mother... I don't know. I'm gonna go with the cat for no reason whatsoever.
Hey, I can move the piece next to the gold lady.
All these pictures. They look like images from Marianne's life before Delos,
Yep.
don't they?
Well, some of them do anyway.
Maybe that's it
this one, I
then.
don't know.
We need to figure out which ones are real.
Yeah, looks like it. So, there's the ballet one is for sure. Oh, the parrot.
Princess dancing, playing violin, spinning wool. I guess this is stuff she did for fun.
Yeah, and that's
Notice
obviously...
how unhappy she looks in all these pictures. I don't think she was having any fun.
Yeah. Right, so yeah, that's the correct one. The bird, she had a bird.
Is the gold lady setting the animals free?
Judging from the broomstick,
Oh,
I'd say she's getting rid of them,
Yeah, I
not
guess.
setting them free.
Yeah, she got rid of her pet. She forced her to do ballet. Engineering.
The wise princess looks like she's trying to run away.
Yep.
And she's being watched by the gold lady.
She wanted to fuck off from the engineering, but she didn't allow her. And then the person she broke up with, I don't think... Hold on. One sec, let's see if we can recognize anything. Either of this one, we can tell what he's
You think
working
the
with.
guy with her is
Oh,
Brent?
painter. Yeah, he's definitely a painter.
I would guess so.
Yeah, I mean, it must be Brent. So she loved that Brent person. She was a painter. There we go. That's it.
What's the gold lady do? Is that it?
It's
Yep,
opening.
definitely. L. O. L. O. Unless you're gonna go into order, like either it goes into order of opening or in order. You know what I mean? I hope.
What's in there this time?
Oh, is it? Oh, that's now when she's arrived here, right? That I think that's the lodge. Yeah, looks like it. The current place we are in.
Is that Carol?
Yeah, and Sam. Look at him. He's
Okay.
so
Yeah,
young,
before they had a thing, maybe, or
happy.
maybe after. I don't know actually. Summerberry Park, Kodiak Island, Echo Village Arts Workshops. Oh, got so many things.
Salmonberry Park. Huh. Is that some kind of commune?
Looks like it.
From good people,
So weird
Summerberry
to
Park.
imagine her living in a community like that, with, other
Right.
people.
The weirdest part is how they all seem to love her. Where was prom queen Mary Ann when the whole town was turning on us?
Yeah. Don't be strange. Keep on looking for those answers and the questions in your head to watch your blind. Smiley face Shelly, we miss you already. So and Brahman, sorry, we're losing you to modern civilization. We miss your positive attitude and your adventurous spirit. Also your weird edible speaking skills. Okay. Pretty Marcus, bon voyage, Marianne. Rick, Marianne, you had the warmth of most beautiful aura. I know you keep on shining wherever you land. Peace and blessings. Dorita, thanks for being our little ray of sunshine. Godspeed, Carbot and Wati. I like your pictures. Love, Kamala. Okay. I'm kind of going in length, like pictures first, then kind of the shorter stuff, which this one's the shorter
Wow.
the third.
She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos.
Oh.
No wonder she was so handy.
T stands for time clock repair. Marian Ronan, displays period begin 1692, so she worked for a month, I guess, because that's in American standard. Some monies. Here's my Dallas closing pause number. I let him know you were interested in the house he's selling, Tammy. Oh, that's, yeah.
Oh, so that's how she found the house.
Yeah. Phone, yeah, okay. There's a phone number, cool. To place and then a longer note again.
Her father.
Marianne, I hope this letter finds you, but since you didn't leave any contact information, I'll have to send it to your aunt and hope for the best. I'm writing to inform you that your mother passed away last week. We just had her funeral reception. The house has been filled with people all day. Friends, family, colleagues, and church members. It's now 11 p.m. and I'm sitting alone at the kitchen table, surrounded by dozens of trays of food, flowers, and sympathy cards. Your cousin Adi brought in a beautiful photo album full of holiday pictures in the corner. You're there in all of them, but you weren't here today. We haven't heard from you in 4 years, and can only hope you made it to Alaska wherever you are, and that you and your children are both safe. Your mother had been sick and depressed for years, and you can imagine why. The pain of being shunned by her own daughter, knowing she would never get to see her grandchild grow up. It spread through her body like cancer and consumed her completely. All this suffering simply because you ran away like a temperamental little girl instead of accepting her help when you got pregnant out of wedlock. Instead of accepting her help when you got pregnant out of wedlock, after dropping out of college and without a penny to your name. She only stepped up to help because she knew you weren't ready to raise a child properly, Marianne. A mother's duty doesn't end with her children leave home. Now that you're a mother yourself, I hope you begin to understand that your good parenting isn't about coddling children. It's about providing for them and shaping them into real people they are supposed to become, whatever they like it or not. I won't trouble you again. I've made your intentions clear. I just thought you should know that. So, I guess she kind of didn't, because her mother often repressed her. But I mean, she was also kind of controlling in ways, but also not entirely. You know, she kind of did allow them to play and enjoy themselves, but also like she didn't. What was like when they asked for a TV, and she didn't accept that and stuff like that. So I don't know, but yeah, okay, cool.
What the hell? Marianne was pregnant in 1992, before she even got here.
Before
Yeah.
us.
Oh, different?
Do we have a long-lost sibling out there somewhere?
Oh,
Possible, but
dang.
she could have given it up or miscarried. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so that
think
must
we
be
could
from,
track down her
maybe from the guy there.
You mean the grandfather she never told us about? I don't think I want to.
You're not at all excited about having more family.
You saw the letter. I don't think we want any part of that.
Fine. Let's keep digging.
What's next? Right, yeah, okay. Gonna keep, which one next? Oh, sorry. This metro or what?
This just lit up, so I think we're supposed to try this one next.
I have no idea how to this light up, but okay.
What's this?
Some sort of map?
Yeah. One day she took her tiara and ran away from the forest. To the forest, probably, yeah. Okay, There's the lodge. Which I
This
guess.
is the princess's house.
Oh, we can select stuff, I see. Does the order matter, maybe? Like the stories, so... So she was first in the castle. When does time come, though? Then she ran to the forest, then she went to the house. And she got friends with the people, and I have no idea when that clock, what the fuck does it stand for?
That's the gold lady's castle.
Yeah, then
This is the
she ran to the house. No, fuck, she ran to the forest, my bad. Then she ran to the forest.
What's that plant thing on top?
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Hey, that degree in outdoor studies
what now?
is paying off.
Salmonberry. I don't know, I'm just assuming this is like forest. But I don't know.
This is the princess's house.
Then she went to the house and she got friends with all those
This looks
guys.
like a dinner party with the old bear and
Yeah.
the very old beaver.
And what is this one then?
Some sort of clock? It seems like it's not doing anything. Maybe it's broken?
No. I have no idea when this clock come from. And also I'm not sure if that's correct then. If it's not just resembling the forest, which I assumed initially. So what if we start with the clock, which I don't know. Does the map have any? I don't think so. Like
Some sort of clock.
geographical thingy.
That's the gold lady's castle.
What's that plant thing on top?
What did you say it was?
Oh, those are definitely
Salmonberry flowers. No
Hey.
idea.
This is the princess's house.
No idea what it stands
This
for.
looks like a dinner. Damn it. Why is nothing happening?
See, I don't know. Really don't know. I'm kind of just deselecting at this point. Oh, wait. Oh, if I deselect the first one, everything deselect. Okay, that's nice. Speeding up the process. Okay, I mean, that's gotta be the last if it's in order of time. When does time come in, though? Or clock or whatever. You didn't have any clocks or anything resembling. Like, what could a clock be? Like, something resembling time, but... Made a ballet, had, birds, was in love with the painter guy, studied engineering. And then she got here, well, first she worked a bit as a watch person, then she was part of a communion. Oh, Salmonberry. Salmonberry. Okay, so that's what the thing on top is. Oh, she worked as a watch person, right?
She worked for a watchmaker
So,
in Juneau
do you
before she
know the
moved to
time?
Delos.
That's
No wonder she was so
1999,
handy.
August and July and August. And when is that? They say 92, I mean.
Salmonberry Park.
June 92,
Is that some kind of commune?
Looks like it.
June 92. So,
It's
commune,
weird to
then
imagine
time.
living in a community like that.
Okay,
With,
so...
other people.
The weirdest part is how they all seem to love her. Where was
Okay, so I
prom
think
Queen
each
Mary
one
Ann
of...
when the whole town was
Hold
turning
on.
us?
Do I have time? I don't think we have time on those, do we? No. Oh, and that's when she leaves here. She
worked
goes
for
to
a
the house, which I
watchmaker in
mean, you kind
Juneau
of guessed.
before she moved to Delos.
Okay,
wonder she
so
was
yeah,
so
and
handy.
then is the part with the bear and the beaver, right? Also, the beaver must be the son's wife then? Right, so she runs away from the castle.
Gold Lady's castle.
She joins the communion.
What's that plant thing?
Then
on
she starts making watches. Then she buys a
This is the
house.
princess's house.
And then she's having fun
This
with
looks like a
salmon.
dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver.
Yes.
Yes.
top? What's in there? Another letter?
Yeah, it looks like it, although it's a different, interesting
Princess's
font.
Laws. Is this from the Book of Goblins?
Not that I know of.
Well, sure looks like it could be.
The prince is lost. Once upon a time in an ancient deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She had made it through the woods and to that house with nothing left but clothes, the clothes number and a single item from her old life, a splendid tiara. She lost almost everything in her desperate fight from the mad hunter. The trees tore the rucksack from her back and shredded her dress and left a pattern of red welts on her skin. But through it all, she clutched the tiara close to her chest, fearing any misstep could have caused it to fall from her arms and break. The tiara had its own spot in the big wooden house, a pillow near the window where the sun could catch on its surface to shine and wink. The princess could stare at for hours at the tiara, marveling in its beauty and running her thumb down its curves. Every morning she would wake and she would tend to it, polishing its every surface to be sure it shone as brightly as it possibly could. Then she would pluck it up, place it upon her bed, and walk the woods feeling somehow more complete. Because what after all was a princess without a crown? Every night she could place it upon its pillow, give it a quick kiss, and go to bed. On her way, she would pause and glance back to the search to make sure it was still there. She had to be separated from it, but she knew it was the safest on the pillow while she slept. Could that be the kid is gonna go away now and that, like, the kid, whatever happened. One of the princes walked into a raging storm. The wind howled against the walls, rattling the windows in their panes. Fearing a gust might burst open a window and blow the tiara to the ground, she plucked it from its pillow and brought it to the bed with her. All through the night she held the tiara close, and in the morning she woke to find herself still cradling it. The storm had passed and the princess relaxed. That day was the same as any other, though perhaps she gave the tiara on even more thorough cleaning, grateful as she was that nothing had gone wrong. That night she placed the tiara upon its pillow and gave it a quick kiss, and went to bed, pausing on her way to be sure it was still there. In the morning she woke up and sensed immediately that something was wrong. In the living room, the tiara lay on the ground, broken, dull and faded. Nothing else in the room had changed. The pillow was exactly where she had left it. The window was closed. There had been no storm, no wind, no sign that anything at all could have gone amiss. Only the broken tiara mute upon the ground. She picked it up and held it to her arms with a guttural cry, but though she tried to fix and polish it, it was gone, beyond repair and with no shine left. The prince held the tiara through the day and through the next night, sitting in the same spot at the window where she used to polish it. When the sun rose, she looked outside and the gaze fixed on a sapling. She remembered how the sapling had survived the winter, clinging to life despite the frozen, unforgiving earth. Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara on the ground beneath the sapling, and as the final scoop of dirt fell, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it, the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but one woman alone in the deep and ancient wood. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. Could that be... Next, is there more? Or is it gonna be the previous one? Could that be a child? Like, maybe the child died somehow and... Like, the baby she had passed, and she will lose her most precious treasure. Okay.
And that that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title.
Title.
That was the story she read us that night.
God. It makes sense now.
Yeah,
What?
she got pregnant.
Yeah.
And she ran away to start a new life.
Mm-hmm. And she did for a bit, but then...
And then she made her way to Delos Crossing, where she was finally happy.
And then the child died.
But then the baby died.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine how she must have felt. She left everything behind. Built a whole new life for him. And then he was just gone.
Yeah. It's kind of a bummer.
I guess having us helps her move on. But when it looked like we were gonna be taken away, she snapped.
Yeah, I guess, but...
She just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't
Yeah.
either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her. And now I do.
Oh, that's the simplest thing.
But we still haven't seen what's in that chest.
Yeah, I know. I figured it out. I think the openings... I figured it out. Just let me...
Okay, so how do we open it?
E-O-L. I'm guessing that's the code, but I want to check everything else first. The very old beavers repair list.
Why are these pictures from the Book of Goblins here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
The very old beavers repair list. Yeah, so I was thinking those would be actual... The crafty goblins... Good deeds, huh?
I want to take a crack at this one before we try to figure out any others.
Or, oh, those are more puzzles. Because for a second I thought we might have done with the puzzles as... I don't see anything. But yeah, I guess this might be more puzzles. That would be weird though, because like... The chest is just one of the middle ones. Like I thought the chest would be the end of it, that's why.
Tyler, we're not done with this one.
Yeah, no, but... I want to be sure that I don't miss anything. Elber's gifts to the princess. Yeah, I guess there will be something like that.
Tyler, we're not done
Crafty
with
goblin
this one.
loot. Examine. Set down.
Gold Lady stays locked up in her castle.
Oh. What?
The old bear's gotta be in his ice cave.
Oh, of the collectibles. But I guess I missed a few. Ice cave, what? Huh.
We'll let the
I'm gonna do that now.
have his rock back.
That's rock, I guess, okay.
Back in your pond, big frog.
Ah, it's a pond, yeah, because the... And there's a secret keeper, or the... Yeah.
The secret keeper.
Oh, it's even the
Hiding secrets in the
icons on the
clouds.
bottom, yeah. The muskrat, I guess the ones we were missing are here. Yeah, we never got the moose and whatever that is. There's the frog, the muskrat, bear, in the clouds, so that, I mean, the seeker. Oh, and there's the castle, you can actually see it in the background. So, I don't know if that's, I guess, because there's those collectibles. Who knows what they give you.
That's the pious pelican spot.
If you say so. I don't know how to get that. What is that?
Crafty goblins.
Oh,
go
the
here.
goblins, yeah.
The wise princess goes in the big wooden house.
Yeah, makes sense. Why is it? I guess the thing on the bottom will tell you, but I know the other. There's the Mad Hunter.
The Mad Hunter, always on the princess's trail.
Yep, and...
Moonhag's gotta be
Moonhag.
present in her lake.
Oh, I like, yeah. And we are missing... that, whoever that is? The beaver? I think. Yeah, I think that must be the beaver, because we don't have one of those. And then the elk, and I'm not sure which... is... Oh, the Ice King, maybe? No, did we? Yeah, we don't have the Ice King, do we? Past Pelican. We don't have the Ice King. And we don't have... wait, we don't have the beaver either? No. And we don't have the moose. So those must be the three I missed. Okay. What is that behind?
The princess lost her most precious treasure.
Yeah, the
That's
tiara.
why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
Okay, so E-O-L, or the other way around. E-O? Leo. Leo. Because if it's like mirrored, it's gonna be Leo, which may be the name of the kid.
All right, should be easy enough.
Leo. Let's see, there we go.
Yes.
Yep, there's a fake top loot. Holy shit. Nighttime?
Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
Yeah, nighttime is upon us. Oh, not for long. God dang. Okay, what is that? What is that?
A baby blanket.
Oh. Dear Allison and Ollie.
Ollie. She noticed.
The Allison and Ollie, we write stories
That was her son.
We write stories to understand and be understood. But what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. Oh my love, goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
I don't know. It's important. Which tree is that? I don't know.
Is that...
Leo Ronan.
No. It's where he's buried.
Why didn't she tell us about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
That's why.
And then I have that brother who's buried over there.
Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
Yeah, we had to know.
did. It's better we know what happened, even
Yeah. We should know.
if it's hard.
Exactly.
There's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What? What do we need to see? We're not gonna bury out his body, are we? What about the other puzzles, though?
Come on. Let's go to the dock.
Oh,
It's
the
time to
memory.
finish this.
Okay. I was like, you're not gonna get the body out, are you? Okay, but Ali, what about that?
The old bear's gifts for the princess.
Oh, we
I'm
can-
totally blanking on that story. What did he give her again?
Why don't we open up the book and check?
I don't know, it was one of the first stories, don't really remember. In the forest, the old bear would normally not get in the middle of the situation. Predator or beauty, the wolves needed to hunt, but when he saw the brains, he was struck on her beauty he had known, but great roar. Into his hind legs, the fool snapped and snarled, the bear roared again, the wolf took off. There no force, you can come down, how do I know, I won't eat you. Trust. Thank you, of course. You don't get back to your home, of course, and so the princess. Yeah, the prince would occasionally find gifts from the bear. A fresh cut, a salmon, berries, bluebell. I guess those sorts of things. Unless there's more, of course. So, salmon? Is that a salmon? Bluebells and... What was the other thing? Salmon, ripe berries, and bluebell. Is that all? I think maybe, I don't know. I don't think the princess should be his mate. Right. Never marry you. Yeah, okay. I think that's... We know the gifts now. The issue is what, I guess. Uh-huh.
Fresh caught salmon?
Yeah.
A handful of ripe berries?
Yeah.
A newly bloomed bluebell?
What? Did I just randomly guess them? Like, what's on the other side? Okay, interesting, but okay. Let's get reading then.
Man, he had it bad. Just couldn't let go.
Oh, that's sorry for the note under the door like a prison inmate. Okay, I stopped and rang a couple of times this week, but you didn't answer. I could see the light in the hayloft, so I figured you were in, but you don't want to talk. I hope I didn't ruin everything. I know probably came on kind of strong, but the thing is, I don't know how to talk to a woman like you. You are strong and kind, and you know so much. It's hard for me to know how to keep up. I guess all that went on in my head, but I want you to know I got a message, and I'm going to get out of your hair now, and there doesn't need to be any bad feelings. We can pass in the street and say hello or not. It's okay. I noticed your card, it was leaking, so I put some sealant in there. You might need to take it to the shop though. Let me know if you want me to come with you, because sometimes these guys try to rip you off. If not, no big deal. So, yeah, some is simping hard, but what can you do? There's something, right?
I wish she just explained all this to us.
Yeah, but she couldn't. Yeah, that broke and it became like nighttime. Crafty Goblin's loot.
Crafty Goblin's loot.
That's from the princess and the two
Yeah, yeah.
thieves. I drew the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake, which is arguably the best part of that illustration.
All right, Picasso. Then you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
Yeah, totally. This one. Well, but she never spoke about where it came from. I guess can't remember it was, what was it, food, and was it only food? Happy to be left alone, she knew in the forest and shown it, in the house. On winter, belonging to last one, it doesn't know much at first, only a few fruits, nuts, eggs. Made the birds and for a time, okay, with some food for the winter, but then small items started spinning. Spoons and plates, forks and knives, and blankets. Them she was one part of the house, something in the spirit in another, or have a thief, so on the side. Strange for many days, big cake with every nut and egg. Okay. Take the cake. Okay, so... Isn't it everything? Maybe it's in order? So I guess in the order of them being stolen or some shit, I don't know. So first it's fruits, nuts, eggs. So fruits.
Maybe they took some of the princess's fruit?
Yeah. Nuts.
Some flour for the cake,
Oh,
maybe?
no, that's flour.
Maybe not.
That's some sweets, I guess, which never were mentioned, were they?
Did they steal candy?
No.
Or not?
Okay, so that was the first thing. After that, they stole... Okay, spoons and plates, forks and knives. There we go.
What if
Spoons
they
and
took some
plates.
spoons?
Yeah, spoons, plates, forks and knives. Oh, there are the eggs, Didn't see them.
I'm pretty sure they stole some eggs.
Yeah, okay.
That's it. I always wondered where that drawing went. She said it was her favorite, and then one day it just disappeared.
Yeah. You're the best mom in the world. The prettiest princess. Okay, well. I guess just something they drew and she really liked it, I guess. Best mom in the world. Okay, I guess that's all around here. Let's go join Ali with this one.
The very old beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's house gets
Yeah.
damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it again?
Where was it? Oh, this one, I guess. Amazing houses. It took the shingles on the roof, planks on the walls, and the beams which the house stood, blowing the whole thing near to the ground. Closet, fix. Found planks. No, happy to do that, but if you want to help me with the roof, you may. So I guess those are the things, right? The roof tiles, the planks, and the beams. So roof tiles.
She fixed the roof shingles.
Yeah, the planks
She fixed the planks that were blown off the walls.
and the things.
She slapped the posts with her. All right.
That you did.
Damn. That must have been rough on Eddie.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about her.
Dear Marianne, you cover your ears every time I try to have this conversation with you, so I thought I'd have a better chance doing this in a letter. I know you don't like saying goodbye, so keep my melancholic rumbling short and sweet. I want to thank you with all my heart for taking care of me for these past few months. I can't even imagine how exhausting it must have been for you to look after a sick old lady when you have two small children at home. I know you want me to keep fighting this disease and hoping for recovery, but it's always been a great strength of mine to know that it is time to let go and that time's come. I'd like to ask you for one last favor. Please take care of Eddie after I'm done. My poor boy puts on a brave front for ever since his father died, but I know he's in pain. I would be so much more at peace knowing he still has family. Maybe he could teach the kids to go how to fish. He loves spending time with them. Thank you for the warmth and the peace you brought to my life. Give the kids a kiss for me, will you, Caro? Also, yeah, that must be the mother. She even died in the story, didn't she? I think the beaver died. Okay, yeah, so The beaver is Caro, the moose is mother. What did I assume was... Wait, was it in the picture here? The wife of what's his face? Which one was it? I don't remember who was. So the pelican was obviously Tessa. I'm trying to see the picture if I can. Is that a beaver here? Yeah, it's a beaver. So that's the mother. That's not the. Oh, I think it was in the picture, right? Yeah. So. Yeah. All right. So that's the mother is the beaver. Like the Mad Hunter is like maybe one of her. I don't know. Although she's supposedly the father, maybe. I don't really know. But the Hulk helped him, and I have no idea who the big frog would be. The muskrat. Yeah, I don't know about all those. Okay, last one, I think. Yeah.
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
Of course. The goblins had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
Well, what did they do?
You know, I don't really remember.
Right, yeah, because he ate. So that was one of the later ones. I could have just went into the. There we go. The left goblin is very hungry. But you have nothing to give. The hell is how much they had to give. Right, so. The only ways to help other creatures. They found the moose with an itchy heart respawn on his back, so they scratched the moose. Then they helped the bear get something of an arrow beehive. We found the princess crying over her loss, so she would not speak about, so they were. I wonder what was she crying about. If that's like a real version of the story. So yeah, they helped the moose. What could that be? Could those be real place? Like, was Brown struggling with something? What should it be though? Like, what could that be a metaphor for? I don't know. The gun could literally be just somewhere that he couldn't reach or something, and they were like nimbly, I don't know, like in under his house or whatever. I don't know. And the Marines was sad about something as well. Right, so they didn't help them. Right, so they scratched the back of this guy.
They gave the stalwart moose a good scratch on the back.
What was the second one? I already forgot. Oh yeah, the bear. Dropped the hive, yeah, for the bear.
They broke open the beehive for the bear.
And they hugged the princess.
They hugged the princess when she was crying.
Yeah, that must be
Our
it.
lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit.
Yes, yeah. The Pelican Crossing is a specialty gift boutique located near O'Shea Glacier, catering the Constantia Channel tourists. Thus, Dallas Crossing locals, we specialize in assortment of high quality products, accessories, handmade souvenirs to personalized apparel. Low-key made ours. The Pelican Crossway will be the first store to act as a relay between the buzzing arts and the craft scene as customers. In addition to a wide array of novelty handcrafted products, the consumer will enjoy friendly and knowledgeable customer service from the veg store co-owner Tessa Vici and upcoming artist Marianne Ronan. The business plan prepared to obtain financing in the amount of $20,000 to purchase inventory and to help cover expenses the first year of operation. In year 1, the Pelican Crossing plans to break even, and in year 2, we plan to generate a moderate profit. Working on the executive summary part of our business plan, what do you think? Yeah, okay, so that's just like a suggestion of the thingy. They had a pretty big thing together. Okay, I think, are we done with everything? I did everything I could do with those. Wonder if anything would have opened if I got all, probably. But unfortunately I missed like 2, 3 actually. So it is what it is. We already checked on that, checked on that, right? Yeah, checked on that. Yeah. We got that, which are important. We got those two. Okay, I think we're done, right? Ali? Okay, I can talk to her, so let's go.
You really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
I mean, I'm pretty sure. But let's
I
keep
guess we
looking.
can stay a little longer if you think there's more to find.
I'm pretty sure there isn't, though. I mean, we checked that, we got the story, we got the thing. I dropped everything I could here, which isn't a lot. I checked. We looked at the tiara. She finally found happiness until the tiara broke.
She just explained all this to us.
Then that jazz, which is like the Ellen, yeah. But good story first act, good mine. Yeah, that's where the baby is buried.
So young.
Yeah, I mean, he died as a baby, so. Sorry, Leo. Sorry that you're dead. We looked into that, we looked into that. We got that, we got this, and we got here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everything. Yes. Let's go. Like, I don't think there's anything
You
we're
really
missing.
wanna go? You sure we've
Yeah,
seen everything?
your face is going through the curtain, but yes, I'm pretty sure we've seen everything.
Either way, I'm ready for this to be over.
Me too.
No, I'm pretty sure we've done everything we can with the mything. Like, there's surely one or two more things after collectibles, but it's so weird. Like, there's a weird effect of almost everything. So, memory time? I don't know how close we are to being completed then. Gotta be very close, I think. Oh, yeah, we're not going to the grave.
What are we waiting for? I
I'm
wanna
coming.
know who was here that night.
Yeah.
Let's try and remember who Marianne was
Yeah,
arguing with.
let's go. Don't imagine there's anything else. Okay, come on. Concentrate. Come on. Come on, don't be... Who? Who?
Almost.
Oh, you're still not there. Oh, that's fucking Tom?
Tom? Tom Vecchi is our father?
Of course. It had to be him.
It had to?
Tessa knew, didn't she?
Yeah, she must have. That's what she didn't want to tell us.
God, Marianne and Tom?
I know.
What should we do now?
Yeah, call him out here and make him tell us what was going on.
And if he won't?
We know his secret. He will. Tom,
Dang.
it's
Better
Allison.
click.
We need to talk. We know it was you.
Okay. Is there gonna be more? Or... There were questions about there being episode 4, so it might end on a semi-cliff. Okay, I don't think. That is a pre-recorded cutscene though, it's not like anything you can do, I don't think, so... Pretty sure, but it might be the very end. I think that's the end of the game, last cutscene. That is like I cannot interrupt. I'm gonna be ready in case I need to answer something, but I feel like I won't. Because that...
Let me take the lead on this. I know him better.
Yeah, of course.
I thought I did, anyway.
Sure. Whatever. As long as we get answers.
Yeah. Okay, that was a fucking blocking plot twist. Dang. Dang.
Kids, listen.
You're our father.
Yes.
You knew how bad it got out here. How little we had. Why didn't you help Marianne?
You mean all the money she wanted? We didn't have anything to spare. Well, that winter was rough on everyone. And you would have starved out here if not for all the free food we gave you.
Don't act like you had anything to do with that. That was all Tessa.
That's a cruel presumption, young man. Maybe it was Tessa's idea initially. But I supported it. And your mother was happy to live off our handouts.
I mean, they're hardly handouts. Well, how do you let her drown? I'm not sure about the drowning one.
You tried to burn down our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
Also, I have clearly.
I never meant to hurt anybody. You weren't supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked.
Yeah,
I was
that's,
terrified
I mean,
that this
obviously.
whole thing was gonna blow up in my face. I had to do something.
I mean, the truth would have been useful. Would have helped. Well, I guess we already said this one, so. I don't know why is the
You
sparkling
were
here.
here that night. You saw Marianne and Tyler. Why didn't you help?
I know it wasn't my best moment, but she threatened my life.
So you just decided to let her drown?
I didn't decide anything. Everything happened so fast, I panicked. And by the time I got to town, Brown was already on his way out. There was nothing else I could do.
I mean, that's probably true. I already... But I picked both of those already.
You tried to burn down our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
You already said that. Am I stuck in an infinite loop?
You weren't
What?
supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked.
Yeah, we heard that already. Can
I was
we...
terrified that this whole thing was gonna blow up in my face. I had to do
Why are we
something.
looping? I don't understand. I didn't have any other choice other than the two questions I already asked. Oh. Never mind. What about Arno?
Hey, you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
Sorry. I'm trying really hard to keep myself from punching him in the face.
He's not even the least bit sorry for what he did. He could have seriously hurt you.
Yeah, he's just a fucking coward.
I didn't think... Yeah, that's why I could hold the fucking... That's why it's shining on the sides. Because...
Does
I
he
need to...
really expect us
Yeah,
believe there
hold to
wasn't
get the
anything else
other...
he could have done that night?
Get the other options.
Riley, I'd rather not think about it.
Potentially. I don't know.
So what do we do now?
No.
We tell him he's gotta fix the mess he made, one way or another.
How is that? I'm thinking just you have to make this right. It's a pretty good... I guess, the other two are... I should have checked if there's any new
Failed
thing
us, Tom.
in the
You need to make it right.
special menu.
I'll do whatever you want. As long as none of this gets out.
Excuse me?
You want me to pay for my mistakes? Fine. But please, Tessa can't know.
Did you not
This
know?
would kill her.
Tessa already knows, Tom.
No. That's
I
that's
guess.
impossible.
It never occurred to you the reason Tessa cut Marianne off was you?
But she never said anything. Lord.
You should try talking to your wife. Maybe if you had, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Sure.
And maybe Marianne wouldn't be dead.
Come on. You of all people should appreciate how troubled Marianne was. She was unhinged. Something like this would have happened sooner or later.
I mean, she did have some issues, but...
And you just couldn't risk being there when it happened. Even though it meant leaving her to raise kids out here all by herself. None of this would have happened if you'd manned the fuck up.
I didn't have a choice.
You always have a choice.
I know it shouldn't have happened. But, well, your mother was a very pretty woman. And she'd been so many places and done so many things.
Gosh,
I always thought I would have. I got caught up. Love made me a fool. Look, I made
so.
mistakes. But this will not go any further than the three of us.
Why? We know. Tessa knows. Marianne's dead. There's no point in hiding it anymore.
I mean, some might be pretty
He's
upset, but
afraid
other than
it'll
that...
tank his campaign.
Yeah, that's true.
Am I wrong?
Jesus, Tom.
I've kept your secret all these years. I don't want to go spilling it. But I will if I have to.
What?
Yeah. Your little story about self-defense. I've never told anyone how Mary Ann really died.
Oh,
That night, I came out here because I was worried about your mother.
okay.
Why do they do it? They made me do it.
What the fuck is she on about?
Made me do it. Why did they do it? This is his fault. This is his fault.
Still don't know what the fuck, why, like, what? Like, did she was she really gonna kill the kids because she didn't want them taken away? Like, I don't know. Well, that was quick.
Mad Hunter.
Like, he already... That was quick. Like, she saw him, then he ran away down here, and then immediately already Tyler was in and out.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Oh. Yeah, that might be... That might be it, yeah. Yeah, I guess that could be the reason she, like, yeah.
No. No way. You're a fucking liar.
I saw what I saw.
Charging with his fist like that.
You're manipulating us just like you manipulated her.
Tyler!
You're not listening to this, are you?
This makes more sense.
Be smart about this, Allison. Are you sure you want this to get out? You've got way more here to lose than he does. His name will be all but cleared, but you'll be a killer. What will your uncle say?
Who knows?
And Michael? Well, the whole town might turn on you.
Oh, we're moving away, right?
Don't touch her.
You know I'm right.
Just get out of here, Tom. Tyler and I need to talk alone.
Just please, think twice before making any rash decisions. There are a whole lot of lives at stake here.
Leave us the fuck alone.
Yeah.
And never come back.
It might be that, I think.
Allie, you okay? You didn't let that asshole get to you, did you?
That must be though, right?
Did
The
you?
truth.
What if he's right? I've been having all these nightmares about that night, and they were a lot like how Tom said. And now, when I try to remember, that's all I can see.
He's trying to mess with your head, and you're letting it work.
No, it's more than that. Ever since we started digging, I haven't been able to shake this feeling like something's off.
Something's off because he put this in your head.
No, it's just
Don't let him get away with it.
He might not be lying. We keep getting things mixed up. We
Yeah.
remember totally different versions of the past.
Those are just details. This isn't that. She was going to kill me.
I'm not so sure anymore, Tyler.
Oh, what's going on? I don't understand why they're running at him, but unless he's the real and not the memory, which looks like he is. Okay, now we're literally just inside of the past, like not really a memory thing. I mean, she's carrying it like he's gonna shoot, right? Maybe not, but for a minute she was literally holding. Okay, back into memory mode. Yeah.
She had a gun pointed at me. She chased me. She said she was going to kill me.
I'm gonna have to pick, ain't I?
She threatened Tom with those exact same words. With the same gun, on the same pier. The thing you said to Eddie the other day got thrown back at me. Don't you think
Yeah.
it's possible that happened here too?
Memory reverb or whatever. I don't know why I decided to call it memory
Yes,
reverb.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know.
Should make more sense.
And we're never gonna know the truth, are we? Because the second you walk away from something, that's it.
Yeah.
I guess at this point, you just have to decide what you believe.
Me?
Yeah. You need to start dealing,
Yes.
Allie. And that means coming to terms with whatever version of the past feels the most true to you. No more running. Whatever you choose, you gotta live with it, okay?
One, you're gonna get much more blame, but the other, you're gonna like hate your mother, which is like, you're gonna blame yourself because you killed her pointlessly. The other, you'll still, you know, frozen. What's the other option?
I'm going. I'm not gonna hurt
I think I'm going this one because
you. To kill you.
not gonna to kill you.
I'm
Yeah, I think it's gotta be this one, right? I mean, it does make more sense, and even though I'm definitely Ali will be much more hurt. I'll be much more hurt because she did really truly kill her mother and she didn't do anything.
not gonna hurt. Oh, please. No, don't do this. Allison.
But I feel like
What? She was going to kill herself.
oh,
Just herself.
is that it? Yeah.
You interrupted her and we got confused.
Are you sure?
Yes. dramatic. Tyler, that was meant for us. It was her way of explaining what she was going through. I made a horrible mistake.
Hey,
Well, she's
hey,
gonna kill herself
it's okay.
anyways. It's
I'm
not.
here.
I'm not. That's not really reassuring, but yeah, if she was gonna kill herself anyways, I guess at least you didn't fuck up that badly. It's such a dumb way to put it, but I mean technically, it's not wrong. Okay.
Hey, peep what I just found downstairs.
So,
What do you think? Will it
It's
age
not-
well, or just count bad?
there's not. There's no. What? Don't leave a bottle on a bed when you sit down, especially if you're sitting down. Like usually don't leave it, but in general, but especially if you're gonna sit on it, it's gonna
Where are you at right now?
knock it off for sure. Especially an open bottle, for
I
fuck's
just-
sake.
Keep hearing her say she wasn't going to hurt you. Over and over.
We were kids. We freaked out. You weren't equipped to deal with that shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird to put it that way, but don't blame yourself.
And I killed her.
Stop.
I thought a confrontation with them was gonna be the very end, but no.
I don't want to use our voice again. Ever.
What? Seriously?
I don't know. But I want to stop feeling like this. And I think we'll be better off without it. This morning, I kept getting these horrible visions. Of you and Marianne and Eddie.
Visions. Like our memories?
Yeah, but different. It was all my worst thoughts brought to life. You were in my bedroom saying I abandoned you. Eddie called me a snake.
I'm sorry. I should have been there for you.
It's okay. I was the one who walked out. I can't let that happen again.
I don't think it will. Something's been pushing us to find answers.
Yeah,
Now
I
we
don't.
have
This
them.
feels.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Don't think it's the
And
place.
if it stays bad, we can stop. But I really want to keep what makes us us.
Yeah. And we have figured out the story, right?
The mad
Maybe you'll
hunter
find peace.
was forced to remain below the lake with the moon hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful
story.
a servant. Lo,
The Mohawk.
he plotted
What do you
the day
think?
he would emerge,
Brothers and
to
sisters.
once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand.
Always.
And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the mad hunter.
Wait, so how did they? Because they were his kids. I don't know. Because I feel like all of the stories have like relations to some real story. But it doesn't have to be that case. Could be just the traits of the people and some stories could be related. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure we're done then, or unless there's like a really final scene. Because that was a pretty final scene. But unless there's like one after that. I was pretty silent for that because, you know, it was kind of a touching moment. Didn't want to talk over it really, and yeah. 6 months later. Did you fuck off to Juno, or you still living here? Okay, still living here. I did imagine that might be the case. They might decide to not sell it. Unless they are gonna be selling it now. Okay. Oh, I feel like they're moving out. 6 months, huh? Getting a haircut as well. The moose. I guess they've decided to.
Look. Good to go.
They've decided to keep a lot of the items, maybe. Because before they didn't want any of the memories, but now I guess they kinda accepted them, so. Yeah, it feels about right. Oh.
Hey, it's me.
Hey, me.
House is empty. I'm getting ready to head out. So, last chance. Is there anything you want me to do while I'm in town?
Listen, Ty, you're dropping off the keys with Tina, right?
Yep. Gonna leave them at her office on my way to the ferry.
Well, that's it then.
How are you first? Then we can talk about Tom
How
and
are you?
about John.
Good, actually. Really good. You?
Same. You know, emptying the house really cleared my head.
Okay, so I guess
Thanks
I was
for doing
kinda.
that. The observatory really needed me this week. And
Oh, okay.
after everything that happened, I just felt like I needed to keep some miles between me and Delos Crossing.
No
This
worries.
week and then
You still loving your therapist?
everything that happened.
Gail, yes. I was actually just doing some letter writing she assigned me as homework. It really helped me get some perspective.
That sounds awesome.
So, what about Tom? What happened to Tom?
Did you see the article I sent you about Tom
Losing
losing
the
the
election.
election?
Ah, yes. I saw your message right before Derby practice, so I didn't have time to read it. But I did cackle at the headline.
Did you picture Tom's face whenever you went in for a block?
No, but that is a great
Huh.
idea.
Anyways, I'm glad Tessa finally left his ass. Karma's a
Okay.
bitch.
This has left him and. But why did he lose? He was like trying really hard.
Full of people.
And unless his dark secret got out.
Michael's been writing up rules for the apartment. I need your support against his whole food policy.
Just refuse to
Oh,
sign
food.
anything until I get there. Okay?
Right,
Okay,
because
but
you're
you better
going
hurry.
to
If
be
he
living
gets his
together,
way,
huh?
We'll only have one small shelf for junk food.
What? Heresy. I'm
What?
gonna need like
No.
twice that just for snack cakes after my surgery next month.
I know, right? This cannot stand.
Yes, for sure. Alright, so I guess that's that. So see you later, right?
Okay, I'm gonna hang up now.
See you tonight.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
awesome.
gonna take one last walk through the house and then head to the ferry.
Drive safe.
Cool.
Pretty sure that's the only way possible in the old Allison mobile.
Love you, Tyler.
Love you.
Right, so let's see. Gather your stuff and lock the house. Okay. So first checking around the house, and then we're gonna check inside the house, of course. Last check. I feel like I gotta check every little corner, and there won't be collectibles. There might be absolutely nothing, but I wanna check. Right? It's the ending, the very ending. Last time, yeah, I think we're good. I think I don't have more than an hour of amnesia left, unless I'm wrong. So should be. Oh, the frogs are gone. A bunch of flowering stuff. Can I sit down? Nice. Anything to look at? Just take a breather.
Everything okay, Ty?
Actually, yeah. Everything really is.
Okay, so they did decide not to. Well, they did end up selling the house. Because I was wondering for a minute if they would maybe decide to, after all things considered, keep it in the end. Yeah, I guess not. But it does make sense that, like, what they're gonna do with it, they want to move to Juno, right? So how would they keep it? Man,
Yeah. Time to move on.
good comment here. That's all it says. Yeah, a bit of a bummer that you killed her without, well, not you, but you know, Natalia killed her without actually having good reason, which, I mean, You know what I mean, without it being self-defense. Like you remembered. Like you saw, I guess, or some shit. Can you keep it down? I don't even see you and you're still up. As fuck. Anything down here? I guess there's no like comment on where the grave is. I don't know, because it could be like we could just comment on it quickly or some shit. I don't know. I mean, maybe I missed it, but I think it's the one next to... Hold on. Go inside, not yet, not yet. Although in just a sec. But I cannot go through here, huh? I think it's one of those, right? Where the grave was. But I don't... Oh, I can. Okay, yeah. I was thinking that maybe reflect.
I'm sorry we're leaving you alone out here.
Even if we'd never know you. Bro. How bro, technically. So, yeah. There is still something to mention, which is cool.
Bye, Leo.
Alright, yeah, let's go through the house real quickly. Oh.
Goblin's out.
It's kinda sad having to leave the childhood house you have so many memories with. Even if not all of them are so good. Oh dang, so yeah, we've really fucking collected everything now. Like, yeah, the house was initially... I felt like it was gonna be just some quick...
Seeing it empty is so weird. But at least it's the last time we'll ever have to.
Yeah, we're not gonna collect it. Like, why? It feels weird, like, it looks so... We're just left here. Unless there's a reason for that laptop to be here. Michael Tyler. Michael must be relieved to finally be done with that place, no doubt. If the traffic not too bad, I should be back around 4. Traffic in Dallas, only the main public escaped. Even that's the biscuit thing you like. Then on my way, probably take out some fire hydrant and stop sign. Don't die, keep it warm. See you in a few. Smileys. Chat room, forum, set friend, okay. Chatting turn up. So yeah, we gotta collect that laptop, I'm guessing. Let's leave it after we explore everything else, because I'm guessing we're not living without the laptop. They're just you sell the house and leave the laptop inside without it. But yeah, initially it kind of didn't sound like they were gonna clear it out so much. They're crossing most wanted escapes. Fuzzy Bandit puts mail at Perry once again. Oh no. Well, he did escape then. Unless that's an old news again. But yeah, the way it was like initially, it almost felt like they were gonna like real quickly go through everything and kind of just leave the house as it is, kind of, you know, decently uncleared. Just like leave the next owners actually deal with it properly. Hey, Goblin. Goblins, word in town is that you guys finally saw the house. I came by tonight to help you fix... I came by tonight to help you fix what needs to be fixed, but there was nobody home. Are you gone already? Things change so fast these days anyway. You know where to find me if you want me to help to fix things. If you're still in town, I mean, it's getting late and I'm pretty tired. Oh, and I'm sorry for acting like the stupid ass I am. Everywhere I look, I think about what used to be. I've been trying to do better, but I think it might be too late for an old bear like me. Not sure if this will reach you. It's getting late. Call me if you're still around. Be safe, Sam. Yes, I wish it was easy to fix everything as a boat. Or some. So what's up with all those pictures? Yeah, I guess you gotta take them. Like, wait, are you just leaving behind? What's going? Can't really tell anything too interesting of those, like some rafting, some birthdays. Look into the sky. 2016, I guess. Wait, 2016? Oh, these are new ones. Nice. I think, anyways. Yeah, those are new ones. I just realized. For some reason, I think there's some old stuff, but no, these are the new shit. This is the new shit. Genoa University, join us play now. Let's check Marianne's house. I don't know why we're sending a picture to Allison, but sure, I guess. Like, this room is completely empty, like, holy shit. Hey, the phone didn't move. Like with our shared mind, can't we just like, you know, and send it over? Any more Schniffle? Oh. Oh, she's answering. Like, what the fuck is going on? A. Why can I click A? A doesn't do anything. What is that AO about then? Interesting. Okay, sure.
Huh. Well, at least you finally dumped his ass.
Right. Dear Sarah and Alice, I'm writing this letter from Juneau International Airport, where I will soon board a plane to Manila on a missionary assignment. I apologize for not coming in person to say goodbye, but I called to make this decision alone and to carry it out on my own as well. I'm sure you understand that sometimes we must follow without question the prompting of the spirit. I will not be coming back to Dallas Crossing for some time. Before I go, there is still something I feel I must confess to you both, perhaps because I have never found the strength to confront my husband. I've never been able to forgive Marianne for her betrayal. I truly did love you both like my own children. I always tried to forgive your mother for her unapologetic lifestyle. But when I discovered that you were the fruit of her affair with Thomas, I wanted her to suffer like I was suffering, and I brought down on your house the wrath I never dared allow to unfold in mine. I've been deeply ashamed all these years, and I am surprised how much better I feel with it out of the open. The greatest thing about the truth is the place it will belong in your life. I hope you can find it in your own heart to forgive me. You have taught me once again how love will bring you further in life, something that Marianne had been trying to show me all along. Take care of each other, always in his steps. Tessa.
Sucks to suck, Thomas Anthony Fecky.
Vinivetti lost Dallas Crossing. A.K. Thomas Bank lost the mayoral election against current mayor Lacey Scarrow. Lear declared victory in her bid for re-election over controversial challenger. Controversial, we won 68 of the vote. Scarrow's triumph was the wildest margin of victory in Dallas Crossing history. Her rival, local business owner Vecchi, sparked much debate in the community over his gun control policies, but Scarrow's success has been mainly attributed to her willingness to reach across party lines. Many in the community say her re-election came as no surprise. According to sources close to the city councils, Crow invited Vetch to join Mayoral cabinet, but Vetch refused. Vetch declined to comment on the results, except to say that he plans to focus on his family and other business pursuits. His family, but it's like some in the community were baffled by these comments, given the recent shuttering of Vetch's business, the highly popular Tessa's Cafe, managed by his wife Tessa Vecchi. In a separation statement, Ms. Vecchi announced that she was ending her thriving business to focus on personal and spiritual matters. Is it the same? No. Police chief takes on Alaska Crime Commission. Dallas Crossing Police Chief Edward Brown calls for legislative tasks forced to examine law enforcement crisis. The public safety crisis is no secret among the people of Alaska, especially those living in far and remote communities. Dallas Crossing Police Chief Edward Brown has tasked himself with making a difference and has been working for years with legislation to draw attention to what he views as failures of Alaskan law enforcement. Today, Brown visited the Criminal Justice Commission in our Coral displays to prevent the case for new measures to fight this crisis, pointing the finger over the burden state courts that fail recognize tribal sovereignty. Brown proposed a shared supervision of publicly found law enforcement in villages and native communities. This agreement would fall in the same model as the Alaska Tribal Health Compact, whereby native organizations have just jurisdicted over native cases in partnership. Where I lost it. In partnership with the United States government, under Brown's proposal, tribal courts and native organizations would be authorized to handle some cases. This regulation realignment of jurisdiction will benefit the state and federal government, Brown said, by freeing space in their clogged state and federal criminal courts, as well as significantly reducing the native incarcerated population and clearing criminal records. Brown believes that this compact would enhance relations and allow impacted communities to better serve and help themselves. This is the first step of many more to come towards much needed system change. Brown said we need each other to heal. Okay, so Eddie is also making some stuff. Look.
I should grab the rest of my stuff before
Yeah, no, I know. I wasn't heading out. Just allow me to look. So I was looking. Dang, masks and everything gone, but I guess they're keeping it, so that's good, I guess. Maybe they're keeping the memories, after all. I thought they still is here, but I guess on the wall they can't really. Unless they paint over it and stuff. A.O. So, I mean, he's all in here as well. I wonder why did she pretend not to be agreeing with it, though. That's, yeah, I don't know. Like, why did Marianne pretend to not be accepting of her, you know, daughters being a daughter, you know? That's not sure if I get that completely. Lean.
Certainly hope the new owners are Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It.
That could be worse. Okay, I mean, there's a good few things to check, but still could be technically worse. Dang. Nothing here. Right, cool.
Goodbye, broom.
Hmm.
Goodbye, room. Goodbye, man on the moon?
Oh, here's another picture. Yeah, this time it made a little bit more sense. The way the show made a little bit more sense, because last time, like, he put it up and it didn't change anything. Now he put it up and then turned it on, which at least, like, they saved the trouble of having to animate anything. Our space contact. Cool, okay. Now it's gonna probably answer when you leave the room. No? There we go. Why did Tyler be like, goblins? Why can I click A? Or why did it say A rather? It doesn't. I cannot click it. A. With the force. No, it's not the force. I don't know what's the A about, but sure. Oh, Ali, yeah. I guess because she sent it. Okay, well, I guess that's everything then, huh? Grab this laptop and be heading out, which maybe we're done then. I don't know. I didn't expect there to be actually that just to be happening. Did you put it in your pocket? Okay. No. I guess here you can be really happy, Roman, if you can fit it in your pocket. That's closed, right? Yeah, we closed the sliding door. Cool. Yeah, sadness. I want to see if I could do something with, because I saw the interaction, but oh yeah, there's exactly, that's what I like. I didn't want to accidentally fuck off before I can check on everything.
Aw, dreamy sigh.
Oh, you have a picture. Tyler, he, him, JCE. This is that thing I was telling you about. See you there, D. On your queer prom, come as you are, JC. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the thing. And a picture of him and Michael kissing. Cool. All right. Cool. And close the door. Leave the house for good. Okay.
Well, this is goodbye for real, I guess.
Sad, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, Aaron. It's Ty. Tyler Ronan.
Aaron? Who the fuck was Aaron?
I thought I'd catch you on your break between sessions.
Oh, he's
I guess you're going along with another rebel with too many causes.
It was his mentor or some shit in the Fireweed, I think.
I know I haven't reached out since I left Fireweed, but I just wanted to say, well, you were right about grief.
I wonder how different can that ending be,
Going in circles.
depending on
This
choices.
morning, I was out on the porch staring at the fog, and my mother, she just tumbled right out of me. But it was okay. It actually felt good to remember.
Oh, now that you know she wasn't an evil bitch who tried to kill you for being, you know, transsexual.
Anyway, give me a call back if you get a chance. I'll see you around. And thank you.
How many pots? It's weird, like just keeping tires. Oh, this might be, yeah, the tires that are hanging off the dog then. Not just like, not spare tires or anything like that, I guess. Do they use like old tires for that? I wonder. There we go. That's that. The ending of Tell Me Why. Cool, let's see any... Alison was great for the complete Marianne's puzzle. Also, some of them could have... so you can force it open, but yeah, I figured it wasn't even one of the harder ones. There are some much harder person. Alison was influenced with one's testimony. I mean, in the 0%. Nice. Okay, so everyone else believed the twins' memory. For me, it made more sense since we did figure out that she wasn't, like, she definitely wasn't homophobic, she definitely wasn't anything like that, so for me it made sense that, like, the Tom story actually made more sense. And yeah, that's why I decided the truth, but also there's a part where obviously Ali will blame herself for that. So. Okay, well, I'm in the 0%, so here's minority. Trust their bond to keep their voice. Also, yeah, there was. I guessed, like maybe if you pick that ending, like, or I'm guessing that's related to an ending, maybe, but no, that's a lot. No one picked that, so it can be related to that. But maybe even in the other ending, she might say that she doesn't want to keep it, but then like he doesn't convince her. Tyler doesn't convince Harley that. Yeah. I believe that Allison accepted responsibility. Confessed again, so like 2/3 did what I did. Some felt understood, listened to some story, confronted some with his, yeah. 71 kissed Michael, and that's that. And any if you only want to know struggling, yeah, okay. So there's some yeah, contacts for any people struggling with suicidal thought or emotional crisis. Let's see if there's a post credits, because the previous one had, I think the one before that probably also had. No, it didn't. Okay, so that's that. End of the game. I did enjoy it. I did mention how at the start I was worried that they were gonna push the homophobia thing too hard, but I don't think they did. It was alright. Like, they didn't push it too hard at all. I think they managed it alright. Like, it was obviously the center of the story, so it was there. But for example, like in the previous game, or in, I don't know if it's the previous one, in Life is Strange 2, they wanted to put like the racism, I guess. Is it racism? I guess so, against Mexicans. And like at the start, the cop shot them because they were Mexicans, like blamed them for the thing, even though they're clearly peaceful and like trying to calm down, you know. Shot them, then I don't remember, like some dude kidnapped them for some shit, and it was pretty ridiculous. Like they're just pushing it all the way, all the time, like the racism. Now I think it was all right here. Now they didn't push anything. They shined, past tense of shine, some light on it, which is absolutely good, great. But they didn't push it too hard, which I think was alright. And yeah, story was good. I wonder how different it's gonna be. I'll definitely look up some stuff after that, because I'm really curious what that means, and if the stories are any real, or like relate to real events, or if just some of them are. Because I think also the Goblin, well, they helped with writing some of the stories, so that must. So I'm guessing they also had some other stuff in there. And yeah, I guess that's that. Tom definitely was not someone we were expecting to be the Mad Hunter. Like, he was pretty sus at the very start, but then everyone else also was really fucking sus. So, oh, good thing I decided not to trust him in front of the door, because like he's a nice guy, but he's not really someone you're gonna go spilling out secrets to. Oh, until we find out he's not actually a nice guy. Yeah. Oh, that just, but yeah, I guess that's that. So we're gonna be ending it here. Well, this game. We're not ending everything for today because we'll take a very quick break, and afterwards we'll jump. Oh, I actually want to check. Okay, I don't have I don't have 7 of the achievements. Let's have a little check, I guess. Actually, you know what? Let's check them all real quickly. Check chapter 1, which, okay, there's just the progression stuff. Remember the night of the twins agreed to lie. I'm guessing that's also progression, although I don't know. Make Tessa tell the twins everything she knows. Find a password. Solve the puzzle in Marianne's room. Find your first hidden book goblin's figure. Take time to talk things over. Clear chapter 2, make peace with Marianne at the cemetery. Discover info about Marianne's past and her death. Correct yacht, yeah, we did that. Inspired each, yeah, we did at least of the 3, but there's obviously more. Find the recording of the twins 911, yeah, we did that. And that's, if I don't have a game open, I mute myself, it links, that's why, if you're wondering what is that about. Win the plushie battle. Stick a note on the back, find 3 classic posters. Lock up and leave Ron and House with Tyler. Learn the truth about my daddy. Uncover Prince's lost treasure. Complete the story with the twins strongly bound together. Oh yeah, we did that. Twins for life. Get fish all the fish. And we missed proof to Tyler that moo boxes are actually funny. Oh, if you, I guess if you spam it a bunch of times, he's gonna do that. Complete story with twins bound weakened. So yeah, that's like a bad ending probably. Help some fix the engine. I guess we didn't. Yeah, I kind of got confused because I was exploring around and the next thing I knew I actually had something. I tried to hand it to him, but then, I don't know. I did find out who he really is. He's a raccoon. I don't know why I don't have that achievement. And 3 hidden achievements, which... I guess can't I find at least the names in the global stats? Okay, so there's a start. Rona's house, that stuff. The puzzle, remember the night. Twins agree to lie. Chapter 1. Old graffiti on the tree. Discover into her death. Make peace. Win the plushie. Complete chapter 2. Tells twins everything she knows. Learn the truth about some. Learn recording. Catch all the fish. I guess it's kind of they're going down to very slowly because these are just things people either like when people are stopping playing it, but I guess other than the bad one, it's probably gonna be really low. And somewhere between. Oh, actually, a lot of people don't have that. Lock up and leave the house. That's probably the ending. I don't know. Find a password to unlock the police station computer. Did you have that? Yeah, we do have that. Stick notes. Very little people have done that actually. Find out who to make about. Yeah, we don't have this one. Or helping Stam, we don't have. But we do have 3 classic posters, which I don't remember what's that about. This is Despicable. Something with a rat. No idea. Proof Tyler. Not many people did that. A new chapter, no idea, and everyone in his place, I have no idea. Complete the story with the twins bound weekend. It's only, yeah, the smallest one as I thought. Alright. Oh, I wonder if the new chapter is like some special story thing. Anyways, I need to switch off Steam and open Epic Games because I do have the games on different, like one on Steam, the other on the other thing. But meanwhile, I think it's a perfect time for a very short break because I feel like I need to blow my nose because I keep sniffling. So let's do that. Quick break now, and then we are back with some Amnesia. So yeah, hang around if you need a drink, if you need water, if you need anything of the sort. I said the same thing. If you need to grab some food or refill or drink or go to the bathroom, make sure to do that now. If not, I'll be back in like 3 minutes or something along those lines. So hang around, I'll be right back.